Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new Halacha for you, and it's for Sunday, 19th day of June, 20th day of SIVAN. Last Halacha here for you on our current series of Bishul Akum. Again, just really quickly, what we don't do is we don't allow Jews to eat food that was cooked by a non-Jew. That's called Bishul Akum. But it only applies in situations where the food is fancy. It's the type of food that you would serve at a fancy banquet. That's called Ola al Shulchan Malachim. Would go up onto a king's table. And also it only applies when it is a food that needs cooking, okay, as opposed to some kind of food where it could be eaten raw. Anyway, today as our last point on this topic, we deal with Rice Krispies, or crisped rice cereals. Could they have a problem if they were prepared by non-Jews only and a Jew did not light the fire or do anything in the process? Could that ruin it and make it that we Jews can't eat Rice Krispies or crispy rice cereals? And so in short, the answer is they're fine. You buy them in stores, they have a hechsher on them. That means it was all taken care of. But here's the background information for you. You see, it works like this. On the one hand, it looked bad at first when this topic was first being researched. I read this because there is some cooking of rice involved, and rice is the type of food that would go up onto the table of a king. So if crisp rice cereals start out as just being rice that's cooked, then they would have a problem with bishul akum. They were cooked in some factory by non-Jews, no Jew in the process. If there was no Jew in the process, then you got a problem with bishul akum on your hands because you got cooked rice. However, that cooked rice then goes through some kind of puffing process, which is not a cooking process, and that's how the cooked rice gets to be puffy and it becomes Rice Krispies. So Rav Belsky examined this whole proceedings and said that although, early in the process the rice is cooked, but it goes continually from that process right into the puffing process, he said that, look, let's face it, Rice Krispies never makes it to a king's table. It's not considered by anybody a fancy food, and therefore in one continuous process you have this stuff here that really is headed to its puffing as it goes down the assembly line. The fact that it was cooked rice near the beginning of the process, he says, doesn't change the fact that it's basically a puffed rice thing that would not go onto a king's table. And so he concluded that there's no problem of Rice Krispies were cooked by non-Jews. Okay, so still buy them with a hechsher, but they're good and they don't have this problem of bishul akum. I'm going to switch to a new topic tomorrow. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.